Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics and Buddy Boy and Nikki. Okay, we're going to start on the Camaro. If you haven't seen the first video, go watch it. I don't want to go over everything again. But yeah, just bought this Camaro. $1,000, no interior. I remembered that he said, because first thing I asked him when I pulled up, I said, oh yeah, what about that interior? Do you have that? No, it was being parted out and sold it. So yeah, he sold it. So luckily that's all he parted out, instead of started making it so it's not running and all that stuff. So he said he had it running about a year or so ago. Last episode we got it running. Seems to run pretty good. But it's 305, 2-barrel. Okay, so we got it running just by pouring gas in the float bowl vent tube there and let it run for a minute until it run out of gas. This is the back window. He gave me this blanket here, and I just set that back in here so it's not in the back of my truck. He started cutting and patching little spots around the back window. Big dent here. We're gonna get to that next. This video, okay, I haven't touched this car yet, as far as, you know, this back area anyway. So he took the gas tank out to put the trunk floor in. She's rusted out in the floorboards in the trunk, just like that 77 yellow one. But he said everything's in here. Here's the gas tank straps there. Gas tank. At first, I thought he took the gas tank out because it was rusty or something like that. But then I think, well, yeah, obviously he took it out to put in the trunk floor pan. Now, he said he trimmed it up to get it ready to weld in there. Okay, so we're going to unload that gas tank, and I think this piece right here was part of it that he trimmed off, that he didn't need. But actually, I think that, well, that yellow Camaro needs the whole thing. We're not going to fix up the yellow one, but the yellow one was really bad right in this back here. It was really rotted out. Okay, so let's take this gas tank out. Can't see shit through this. We're gonna pop the sending unit out, get a flashlight and look in there, and hopefully it's not all rusted and cruddy and all that. Fit right in there perfect, didn't it? Let's take a look at it. We'll have to paint her up. He just cut the gas lines. We'll clean all that up. Last time I went to AutoZone, I bought a bunch of extra feet. No, I didn't buy them from AutoZone. Way too expensive. I don't know what the deal is with rubber. Rubber fuel lines, radiator hoses, heater hoses, everything's through the roof on that rubber. I got it off eBay. I bought, I don't know, 10 feet of whatever they are, 3/8 and 5/16. So yeah, I think I do got some new clamps. So we'll run new rubber fuel lines here that are in the back, and then there's one here, and then the ones from the steel line here into the engine, and we'll hopefully got enough hose and the right size to do all that. Okay, let's check out what he's got going on in here. Yeah, here's some more pieces he's got. Okay. Yep, you just got it sitting in there. looks all right. Okay, let's a little night-light thing. Let's see if we can slide this out. Uh-oh. Oh, we have to tilt it out. So what he didn't drill the holes to weld it onto the support. Here we go. Doing everything one-handed. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, so it needs to be, oh, that looks like a, is that a new one? Looks like the gasket for the, there's the gas lines, so we need new rubber from there to there. Not very much. Okay. Well, he ground these down to weld to. They seem pretty solid. I think it'll be all right. Oh, the other thing we'll check too is, he didn't tell me this, I didn't realize it till I got it home, but all the bolts are, except for one, was missing around that differential cover. It's a 10 bolt. We'll check that out. Just take that one last bolt and look in there, see if anything's bad. Don't know what he was doing, unless he was just changing the fluid, but, and just didn't get around to finishing it. Okay, let's, doesn't look too bad. It's a little rusty in there, but that's okay. So we can measure it out and drill holes in here to where the braces are, or we can just grind the bottom of that pan and weld it up through the bottom. I think we'll have to get this up and just grind it on the, buddy boy, what are you doing? Licking my hair. Yeah, we can just grind the edges and weld it up, weld it on the edges here. We can do that because I've been through where, you know, you think you know where these are and you measure it out and you drill all the holes in the pan, you put it on there and it's ½ inch off over. So anyway, we'll get it. And clean the rest of this crap out, just all caulking and stuff. But yeah, that's good. That's the trunk pan. Saves me from buying that. So yeah, that's what we got to do then, is to weld that in. Then we're going to, well, I'll probably paint all of it inside here, underneath, but mainly underneath. Get it all painted, and paint the gas tank so we can mount this back in there. But for right now, let me get a screwdriver and a hammer. And you just want to get the edges of these little deals here. You see where it's clipped in there. We turn it till it's here. And yeah, get that little deal there underneath here. Turn it, we'll pop it open and see how bad it is in there. Hopefully it's not too bad. I'm sure these gas tanks are available probably pretty cheap, but let's hope we can use this one. And of course we'll blow some air. You know, one's the gas, one's the vent. Blow air through there, make sure they're clear. The gas lines here, gas and vent, we got to blow air through there. Disconnect it at the front fuel pump and make sure there's air going through both lines. Very important, because you can put all this together and you have a clog somewhere. So yeah, we need to do that. That's what we're gonna do on this video, and that way we can get this thing running on its own, so we don't have to hook up a boat tank or gas jug or anything like that. Why? This work needs to be done, so why hook up all that stuff? Okay, we got to grab a screwdriver and a hammer and pop that open. We'll take a look in there. Be right back. Okay guys, got the sending unit out. It doesn't seem too bad, except for this filter's kind of crunchy. I should have loaded up on them. I mean, you know, have some spares. Okay, looked in here. Doesn't look bad at all, really. There's one little marble or something looking in there. See if I can get you in there. Some gas in there. I don't know if that's gas he put in when he bought it a year or so ago, or something like that, or when he said he had it running a year or so ago. Before that, it sat for 14 years in a storage unit. But anyway, it looks good enough to me. I don't know exactly how we can pour this out. It's gonna have a baffle right here. We'll see if we can get what's in there out, and we'll just leave that. That's just the vent. We'll have to blow some air in there. What is that doing? It's going all the way here into here. No, and then it just loops around. Comes into here. It's weird. Yeah, let me blow some air through there. I got the compressor on, and make sure that's free. Make sure this line's free. I don't know what we can do about that. Maybe AutoZone has one. We'll run out there and get that. See if I can get the rest of this gas out. Pour some fresh gas in there. Swish it around and stuff. And then we'll bring it over here by the shop and blow all the stuff off, sand it, start painting it. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I put that pan back in and just put some tape because my markers don't work very good where I gotta grind it. So I'm gonna grind it about a 1/2 inch in here, and then take the tape off and do about another 1/2 inch, so we got a nice grinded area all the way around. This one's pretty much right on this lip here, but you can see it don't fit quite snug. Some areas it does, and it doesn't fit very snug on those braces. So see, you got some space there. You gotta beat it around a little bit to some weld. It's flat here, but not there. So what we're gonna do after I do that grinding is drill some 1/8 inch holes here with some self tappers, and either through the top or the bottom, put in the self tappers to draw this close to the floor, and all the way around there. Same here around these edges, and just draw it in real close with self tappers, and then we'll I think it'll weld through this stuff here, but we'll grind off all the edges of this, and then once it's self tapped in there, then we'll just spot it around these edges, and then fill in the self tapping drill bit holes. So yeah, that's the plan. See, it's not real close here either. We'll have to put some self tappers there, draw that in real close, and then just after it's welded, just seam seal the shit out of it and paint it. So yeah, you know, it's not gonna fit perfect. That's why we gotta draw it down in there like that. Get it real tight. Okay, so let me do that, and I'll be back to show you the progress. This gas tank I put up here, I blew some air through here, but it's not coming out of here into the tank. So I'm not sure if this line's clogged up somewhere in there, or this little deal is clogged up. Anyway, I'll mess around with that too. I'll be back. Well, it's a few days later, guys. Buddy boy had this over by the house. What is that, buddy boy? Where'd you get that from? I don't know if it's a part of a deer or what. He's dragging everything over here. He come with a few full-size cat skeletons. Had them dropped over here. I don't know where he got them, dug them up from. Anyway, Nikki's over there in her cage. Okay, I've been grinding on this deck lid here. Scuffed the trunk pan down front and under, top and bottom, and so that's ready to paint. Ground all them edges off around there. I think what I'm gonna do is brush some Pour 15 over top of here where it gets covered. Later on we'll do the bottoms and the sides of the frame in here and all that. But for now, we'll just get this top area done and set the pan in and start drilling some screws, probably underneath, like I said, up through here, and cinch it down, and then we'll start welding. So anyway, I'll be back. Okay, guys, put a little Pour 15 on them spots. We'll set her in there and weld it. Went to get a sock. I ordered one off eBay, but everything is delayed because it's close to Christmas. So waiting on a heater core for that van, and that's 3 days late. So anyway, I went to get a sock from AutoZone. The website says free delivery for anything over 35 bucks. Don't know what it was below 35, because this thing was only like $16.99. They couldn't get one for a week, even though other places had it, like in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So I go up to O'Reilly's, and there's only one company that makes these things. It's the same company on eBay, AutoZone, and O'Reilly's. So I go to O'Reilly's. Yeah, they can get it in a few days, but it's going to be $10 delivery fee. And I said, "No, go fuck yourself." And I walked out. Fucking $10. So yeah, they're starting to charge delivery fees, AutoZone and O'Reilly's. So anyway, I'll wait for that one off eBay. But if it doesn't come in, in the next few days, which it probably won't, I'll probably just have to leave it off and put a inline filter back here, over here somewhere. I hate to, but I should have had one of them things on. See, last time I bought one, I bought two of them, and I think I used that second one, unless it's hidden in the shop somewhere, but I have no clue where it's at. These floor pans, pretty expensive. He started putting a patch over there, but I'm not sure what to, and he's cut some out for over here. But basically, I'd rather have the right contours in there. That way the carpet fits nice and everything. You don't want to just, you know, especially since he cut this all out, which was probably bad anyway, considering there's holes there. You see up by the toe board here, from here up is the toe board. Those are 100 and something each. And then you can get the whole piece here. I think they're close to 200 bucks for each side. Or you can just get the, no, they might have been like 177 or something each. So yeah, well over 300. But I don't need, you know, from here to here. I don't need all that. So they make the little patches just for the, you know, just for the front areas. I guess like from here to the toe board. But it's going to be about $403 for 4 little squares, not including the toe boards. I'm going to check the yellow Camaro, see if the toe boards are any good in that. I know the floors are rotted out like this one, but you know, some cars, they depending on the leaks and everything, they'll rot in the floorboards and some don't. So we may have to cut some patches off that yellow one. Doesn't have the bolts to the rear end. He doesn't have the bolts to the gas tank either. There's one clip there, no clip there. So I'll have to take them bolts and one clip off the yellow Camaro and put them on here when we go to mount it. And then I got an old rear end there that we can, this is going to be standard. I think they switched to metric in 78. But I got an old rear end out of the Nomad that we can steal the bolts from. And I meant to take that off. I bought some rear end fluid there this morning. Rear end fluid and antifreeze. So we'll take that cover off and check the gears, make sure there's nothing noticeable. And we'll soon find out. Once we get this running, we'll be driving it around here on the property and check it out. But anyway, that's a little update on that. A little hesitant on ordering these floorboards quite yet. Anyway, I'll be back. Once I got the 415 out, I'm doing this gas tank as well. I'm buying these little 6-pack cans like that. In fact, I just ordered another 6-pack of it. So yeah, we're coating this, I scuffed it all down, and we're just gonna pour 15 over the rest here and let that dry. Before we put it on, it takes a long time to dry, especially in this cooler weather. So yeah, we'll get that all ready, and then worry about the sock situation later. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, just been drilling holes and putting in self tappers. Probably need a couple more over here, but from here back is flat, ready to weld. Be welding along that seam. This is good here. Just got to push it down right as I'm welding it. Use a screwdriver or a hammer, go like that, buzz it. So that's good. Up here, sticking up, have to put some more screws, but again, from here over to here is good. We'll weld along there. Same with that. We'll push that down. Weld it. You see all the screws up here from the bottom brace. So it's underneath here. Got it all nice and flat, so I'll be welding right there, here every inch or so, all along there. That's pretty flat along that edge. Got it flat along this edge. See here, it's flat. And I run some sandpaper right along that edge, so it should get good penetration from the welder. That area up here too, where the gas net goes. So it looks pretty good. So I'm going to start welding, and I took the cover off this, and it looked all right. I couldn't see anything loose, but I really need to kind of jack it up and turn the wheels and see how it turns before I put a new gasket and fill it with fluid, just to make sure it's good. What else was I gonna say? So yeah, this little dog here, he's like a lost puppy. Are you a lost puppy? I had my good battery, my good Interstate Deep Cycle Marine grade. I use that for the winch on my trailer, and I've been using it in and out of these cars, even though I got one other good one I just took out of my El Camino. This one here, it's just a little. Well, anyway, I'd left the Interstate one in here hooked up and pulled it out, and it was completely dead. And I went to charge it up, and it says it is charging a little bit, but the battery tester says it's no good and replace. So something in the electrical system in this is screwed up, where it's draining the battery and killing it. Yeah, that's a high-dollar battery. So I don't know if it's something to do with this or wiring to the starter, but we'll have to figure that out here pretty. Oh, he does have an oil gauge hooked up. We'll have to figure something out with that. So yeah. Well, okay, let me get my little cheap Harbor Freight welder flux cord welder, and we'll start welding in here from the bottom and the top, and I'll be back. Okay guys, got it mostly welded, got some more to do. I ran out of wire and it's getting chilly, so I'll come back tomorrow and do it. But yeah, I pretty much got it all welded up underneath here. And don't have to grind any of the welds here. We'll just paint it up and put the tank in there. And just a little bit of grinding up here. Took all the screws out there and just welded up them holes. But yeah, just gotta weld around this edge, those edges there, and around this back here. And that's probably about it. The main braces and everything are welded. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. Okay guys, got a product to show you here from a sponsor. It's a portable electric tire inflator. Okay. Step 1, turn on machine, press and hold power 3 seconds, choose a setting, and connect the hose and start inflating. That's it. So let's check it out. What's in the box? Tire inflator, the different valves, storage pouch, and a charging cable. Blink and flip, go. Okay. Okay, there's your little charger cable. See if it comes charged up. Just take this. Okay, please remove sticker before use. On off start. Okay, comes with a little flashlight. User's manual. I'm going to put all the information in the description. Make a good Christmas present if you don't need one. And another charger cable. Got that one and that one. Let's see if it'll you sure? I don't know. You take this whole sticker off? Oh, okay. There we go. Well, let's read 3 bars. Just so we know. See, power, pressure, bar, cable. Okay. Okay, let me plug this in and we'll try it out on a flat tire that I got. Okay, be right back. Okay guys, I just screwed that in. Yeah, this is for your home charger, and then this is for the car charger. Plugs in a cigarette lighter power supply deal. So that's what that is. Okay, and then you click your mode here. See car, motorcycle, bicycle, soccer ball. So we'll put it at car, and you just set your mode, and then I'm gonna go back here, hit the power. Okay, we'll try it. Got plenty of tires that go flat around here. I was just looking at my 74 GTO. Front tires half flat, so we'll screw that on there. You can see the tire about half flat. Screw that on and gonna go for a couple minutes and I'll be back. Okay guys, just ran for about a couple minutes. Turned itself off. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay. Well, like I said, if you need one or you want to get one for Christmas present for somebody, there it is. Okay, check them out. Okay guys, finished welding and grinded it all down. So fixing to mix up a little primer and pretty much just prime all the bare metal spots. So I'll prime it and then mix up some black paint, and I may hold off on painting this black, mainly get underneath black so we can put the tank in. This one I'd like to put some seam sealer around the edges a little bit and then paint it black when that dries. But for now, the main objective is to get that gas tank in there, but I still haven't got the sock for it. But anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, wasn't getting no air from there into the vent, into the tank. I cut it here, blew it out, and it started squirting and then blowing shit out, and then blew it from here to there, and it worked. Connected, put a little connection on there, and it vents now. Okay, so that's about the size of the old hose here, and then still waiting on the sock. I'm thinking about going up to Napa, see if they have one, because I have a whole bunch of these clamps here for the smaller one, 5/16. They're a little too small for the 3/8. So I, got a shitload of them here, but they won't fit. So I need I don't know, 2, 4, 6 or so big clamps. So anyway, yeah, I just need the fuel sock, and I can put that together and pretty much mount it other than clamps. Put a couple coats of primer and paint on here. The sun's out, so there's just cigarette ashes there. I only forgot one one little hole, screw hole there, forgot to weld up, but basically just need some seam sealer around the edges, and I might buy a can of that truck bed coating and just spray it around the edges. Okay, so it's all painted up under here, all ready to go. Took the old hoses off here, and they're ready to go. So when the tank goes in, the hose is really, I think, probably about here to here. And we'll put new ones on. Went to the old, the yellow parts car. Got the 2 gas tank bolts. This one's a little bit stripped, but it'll go back on there. And 1 clip. That, oh, where's the other? I had it, I probably dropped it on the way over. He's missing the sender. I have to backtrack my steps here now. I was carrying all my tools, all that stuff, cardboard and everything. For the sender unit that plugs into here, it goes through this hole here and then down on top of the tank, and that was missing. This guy must have a whole shelf full of bolts and everything from this car he took off and didn't put it into the car. Well, anyway, it goes on the sender. I got the sender in there. Clips onto that. But the rats ate the one end off. Anyway, the steel gas line goes down here, and this was part of the line. It was supposed to be about that much longer. We cut it off and had something in there. Anyway, put a new rubber hose in there. Oh, first I blew air from here out to the back. It was clear, and then air this way up to here, and it was clear. It's right here to the fuel pump. That's what I need 2 more clamps for. I cut that off. It's all hard and brittle, but I had to take it off to make sure air was getting in there, so it was clear. So yeah, I need 2 clamps there, 2 clamps at the back, and then I reused a couple of factory clamps for that piece. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Need to put the sock on, the sender wire on there, and then we can bolt it up. Oh yeah, bolt it up, hook up the gas lines, and that should be about it. She should be able to fire up. I got about 3 or 4 gallons of gas. We'll put that in there. Well, I put about 1 gallon of gas in here, swished it around, and just dumped it. Kept going back and forth here on the ground, and pretty much got it all out of there. So it's pretty clean, cleaned out of old gas. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, here's a little sender wire. See, and the rats or whatever ate that, but I can get an end there, end for that. That comes up through the bottom of the floor. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, got back from Napa, but they don't even have that one in their computer. He looked it up. I told him O'Reilly's, AutoZone, eBay has it and all that, and they don't stock it or carry it. He said this was the closest one, but it don't fit worth a shit. So I got some, I had some of this tank weld, JB weld, supposed to dry in 5 minutes. So I put that around there, and we'll see if it holds. It should, but I think we'll put a inline filter on it as well. And I got some of the bigger, see these clamps here, these are the bigger ones. So I got 10 of them, so we got enough. Okay, so let me put that in the tank, hook up the sender. That's the ground, clean that ground up a little bit, and get the tank, put it in the tank, and get the tank in the car. So I'll be back. Okay guys, I've got the tank in. Not too hard at all. you got the bolts, 2 bolts right there. There's the negative right there. And then there's the new gas lines right there. So all that's hooked up, and then the sender goes up. I'll show you that here in a minute. But yeah, the straps were included. They look new, so I think he bought new straps. So far he bought new straps and new trunk floor. Okay, I blew air right here from my air hose through this vent line. See, the gas line goes on the right side of the car, and then the vent goes over to the left. You see a line over there. It goes up to the front to the charcoal canister, but there ain't one in there. I put a little, this is the sender gas tank gauge. So I made a little clip in there. That just comes up through here. Okay, so I blew air and it's blowing out one of these hoses here. But yeah, no charcoal canister. So you know, got nowhere to hook them up. Don't know what else is supposed to be hooked up. But we'll check the yellow Camaro, see if it's got a charcoal canister. Yeah, I noticed that the power brakes ain't hooked up. I haven't even checked the brakes. The guy put new brakes on it, but oh, there's an open vacuum right there. Oh, right there, yeah. Power brake supposed to connect from there to there, and that's missing. So yeah, it had a hell of a vacuum leak. Hopefully I got one from another car. That to go, that's to the distributor. That's a transmission modulator valve. Oh, wonder what this is. A marker. Yeah, something goes there. We'll have to cap that off. I'll see if I got a vacuum for that. To the power brake. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I think I might have a couple extra ones of them. Okay, let me do that and then make the hose to the fuel pump, to the fuel line right there. Cut off a piece, put that on there, and mess around a little bit, and then put some gas in it, and we'll start her up, see if she'll drive. Ain't got no seat in it though. But anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, I had one of these vacuum lines to the carburetor. Put that on there, put a little cap on there for now. I think that probably went to the air cleaner. There was probably a line that went right there. I don't know. I can't really see anything else right now at the moment, but we'll listen. I got to go over this electrical. Like I said, something's draining the battery. I did save that battery. I put that little trickle charger tenderizer thing on there overnight, and then next day I checked it with the tester, and it said it was good. So anyway, hopefully I saved it. I'll check it again here in a little while. I thought I had 5 gallons of gas. I knew there was some in there, but there was only about a gallon. So that ain't enough. So I'm gonna run up to the gas station, fill that up, get at least 5 gallons in there since it's completely empty. And then we'll give her a shot, let her run. fill up the transmission fluid. I've maybe got 2 quarts. If it takes any more than that, we're just going to have to wait till I go to Walmart again and see if she moves and all that stuff. So anyway, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay guys, I put in 5 gallons of gas, and I came in here and the key was still on, so that's what killed the battery. Well, it's staying running, and it runs good. Got brake pedal. See what happens when we put it into gear. Man, this shifter is tough. Yeah, it's not. I have to check the yeah, I don't know why I left that key on. That's what killed the battery. Okay, let me let it run and check the transmission fluid, see if we can fill it up and see if it'll move, go into gear. I'll be back. Okay. I put what I had of transmission fluid in there. Moving. It's still about 2 quarts low though. I did find a clip for the carburetor. No seat. Had to kneel on one knee, and so I couldn't give it gas or nothing like that. Yeah, like, I don't know if you could hear me, but it's still about 2 quarts low. So I have to get some transmission fluid, and I put a clip on the carburetor. I did have some right there. Okay, well, I think I'll let her run and make sure the temp gauge works and don't overheat and all that stuff. But I think I'll leave this video at that. I got quite a bit done. Got that trunk floor and the gas tank put in there and everything, and all the lines cleaned out. I'll grab a vacuum canister off something and put it in there. We'll see if that yellow one has one. But yeah, anyway, everything's looking good. Yeah, the oil gauge was working. So the oil gauge and temp gauge is hooked up. Okay, well, I think I'll leave the video at that. Probably get a video on that van, and we'll get back to this. Probably do that rust repair around the back window and maybe get that installed. Shit, I forgot to order some urethane. Everything's taking so long to be shipped here. Yeah, we're gonna put the hood with that scoop on there. I'm gonna put the rear spoiler from the yellow car onto this one. Have to drill a bunch of holes and shit like that. But anyway, yeah, thanks. Got a lot of views, like I thought it would. A lot of comments. I've never seen that movie with Bumblebee. Ah, shit, I can't think of the name of it now. Not Avengers, but, or is it Avengers? Something. Only thing I've seen was clips of that newer Camaro turning into a robot or something, but I've never watched the movies. I don't even know how many parts there are to it, but apparently this was in the one like this was in the first one. It's called Bumblebee, and it's yellow with black stripes, and some kid buys it from a used car lot, and it's possessed or whatever, turns into a robot. But there's a clip on YouTube with all the scenes with the car in it. It's like 7 minutes long or something like that. So I watched that. So yeah, I don't know, maybe. I'm sure a whole bunch of other people have done it. Although we're not putting that same scoop on there, but rest of it, yeah, it could go yellow and black. I do have a gallon of yellow. I bought a gallon from my local paint store. They're real cheap. I think it's the yellow, not the GTO. That's the factory color, yellow, lighter yellow. The gallon of yellow, I think I used a little bit of it on the front of the Nomad for the flame job. So it would be that yellow color. I don't know if they got any more. I'd hate to run out. You know, if I got to paint all the jams and under the trunk and paint under the hood black, but I'd hate to not have enough paint. I'd have enough paint to do the outside, but I don't know more jams under the trunk and all that stuff. But maybe. So yeah, lots of, now this car is not, we're not going for originality, because it's nothing special. The original paint was white. A bunch of people say, oh, you paint it back originally white. This car's nothing special. It's not a Z28 or Rally Sport or anything like that. It's just a plain Janer. Little 305 two-barrel, 140 horse. It's nothing, so originality does not count on this. It's not going to improve the value or anything like that. White's kind of bland. You know, I don't mind white. Painted my Avalanche white. Painted the 78 El Camino SS white because that was original. Now that's a case where originality does count. It's original SS. Got the build sheet, and it's white and gold. So I painted it white and gold. It was up to me, for my own personal taste, I'd paint it black, which I did. I painted this one. This was originally gold and brown two-tone Conquista, and I painted it the way I wanted, which was black and gold. So anyway, yeah, keep the comments coming. Forget what his name is, Sheldon, I think. He said I can have a parts car with all the interior in it. Problem is, it's 7 hours there and 7 hours back, 14 hours and probably a couple of hundred in gas to go get it. I'm thinking about it though, depending on what other parts and stuff. It's, I don't know, I could probably find one a lot closer with decent interior, but we'll see. So I may take a road trip out there to do that. Yeah, I guess that's about it. We got it running and driving, and got to keep an eye on the transmission, see where it's leaking from. Hopefully something simple. But yeah, anyway, Subscribe if you haven't. Bottom right hand corner of the screen. It's free, doesn't cost anything. Like, comment, share, all that stuff. We'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.